Well, guys, Dame Dash texted me yesterday after our reports, and he told me
I didn't lose everything. What you talking about?
Well, we won't get into that, but what he did tell me was we should be focused on the positives in situations and not be used to take down our culture, make the real ones look good.
Oh, what?
That is interesting. Did he focus on the positive when Jay-Z was going through his situation, when they was coming at Jay-Z? I saw him doing a lot of interviews, not focusing on the positive.
Oh, when he was on the couch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently.
Well, I wanted to take some time because of that to give.
But what's negative about it, though?
It was a truth.
Story.
It was factual.
It's just a story you reported. It's not like you made it up.
I didn't make it up. It came from documents. But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. When we talk about stuff and we report news up here, it happens.
But I think everything is learning lessons as well, too, right?
Mm-hmm. It's very teachable moments in that.
There's a lot of teachable moments.
And maybe he feels like people only, because he had sent me a song prior to that, and I didn't report the song up here, but I don't do a segment on new music.
Whose song?
Dame Dash got a song?
Yeah, so he has a song that he had sent me. Let me pull the song up. I ain't got the song. He gonna really be like it's just negative now.
You did a remix to Residuals?
No, so the song is it's something that he with the Black Guns Freeway and Nicki Licky. So he sent me that or whatever. But the last time I talked to him, I hit him because I want to talk to people before I report certain things.
Right.
When I reported those documents that we talked about yesterday, I just hit him and said, "Hey, let me know if you want to respond to this." And he's not talking about that. He doesn't want to. But his response was, don't just be used to take the culture down. Give people their big ups.
We definitely have bigged up his network, the American New Network. But I also I think he needs to practice what he preaches, because it is interesting that when Jay was going through his legal situation, he definitely took that opportunity to speak on the negative.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but he would probably say, I was just reporting what was out there. I was just talking about what was out there. So was you. So were we.
Actually, and it wasn't even just what was out there. I received the documents. I read them myself. Because anytime I speak on Dame Dash, I know that it's a personal thing for him because of how people try to frame the conversation. So I do a really different due diligence because I know how. And personally, he'll reach out to me. So, but anyway, I said that to say, I want to take some time to give it up for a real one right now. Roxy Diaz just announced a new job. Congratulations to Roxy.
Dropping a clues bomb for Roxy.
Yep.
Yes. So per the Hollywood Reporter and Roxy herself, she posted it as well. She will be co-hosting the American Gladiators reboot on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
Yes. Now this reboot coming to Amazon Prime, they like the old show. They got together a bunch of different people across sports, and they're going to be doing a bunch of different things. But they're going to keep some of the original classic challenges that they had them do, like the Gauntlet, the Hang Tough, the Eliminator, and she'll be co-hosting with WWE superstar The Miz and Chris Rose from NFL Game Day on the NFL Network.
And
that's why Roxy
overseas, right? It's not based in the U.S., right?
Yeah, she's shooting in France. That's why she was not at the BET Awards.
Yes,
she's filming that in France.
That is the gig that people were like dragging her about not being at the BET Awards for. But sis gotta go get her money. Congratulations, Roxy. Yes,
that's a big gig.
It is.
And you got to focus on your now and your future.
Exactly, especially in our industry. Okay, jobs is getting cut. Now, also speaking of the BET Awards,
and real quick, a production like that can't just change its dates.
They won't.
Yeah. If you either there, or you're not.
Yes.
And if you're not there, they're missing out.
Yes,
so, yes, Roxy.
They will not change their dates. Speaking of BET Awards, Cenat, he spoke out about not recognizing Wale. Let's take a listen.
Oh God, we still talking about this?
Wale. See, I got the name right. I'm gonna go ahead and say to Wale, I hope he didn't take my interaction personal. How can you blame me from just being who I am? I'm young. I'm young. Let me go see.
Got that bomb.
I know this song. Yes, 100%. This a banger. This a classic. I know this song. But when did this come out? 2011. I was 9 years old. 2011.
Kai nicer than I am.
Yeah.
Get off Kai's D. It's not that serious. He didn't know who Wale was. So what?
Yep.
But he wasn't disrespectful. That's the whole thing. He wasn't disrespectful about it. You know.
Yeah, and also too, Kai didn't recognize a couple other people as well. He didn't even know who Robin Thicke was.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Robin Thicke, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
My wife, April.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
We love what you do, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Legend. I don't know, bro. Do you know who Robin Thicke is?
Yeah, the singer. Where he at?
Right there.
Right there.
You just say you watch me. I don't know who that is.
What?
I gotta hear something. He look familiar.
Yes. I can't recite none of his lyrics, but I know he's definitely a big singer.
And you know how Kai is a respectful dude because he really don't be knowing these people, but he still be showing them respect.
That's right.
He still be like, "What's up? How you? Good to see you."
He wants to know who they are.
Yes.
He
Yes.
asks, like, who? Okay, who are they? Who are they? He don't just walk away like whatever.
Even on the screen when he was talking about Wale, he said, "Yo, let me go do some research."
Yes.
And that's what made him go. He said, "Yo, chat, what's the song from him?" And everybody was saying "Load the Fly Bomb." So then he
Yes.
went to look and listen. He was like, "Oh, I know that song."
It's
This is a
nothing
banger.
personal. It's nothing personal.
I
Like
can't
he
believe we've been
said,
talking about this for a week.
I was 9.
But that's
2011.
But honestly, that's how you know Kai is like. I mean, we already knew Kai was like big in such a conversation piece, but yes, people are still talking about this. His videos are still trending from the stream, and you know he's doing his thing. So that's what comes with it. Now, in other news, making a very different segue, Antonio Brown is wanted for attempted murder. For alleged attempted murder. Now, there's a warrant out for his arrest following that Miami
boxing match.
the boxing match incident where there was the shooting that took place. Now, law enforcement sources are saying that they're seeking to arrest Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder stemming from that incident that happened back in May. At this time, there's no update on whether he has turned himself in on this warrant or anything of that nature. But the warrant is out there. They're looking for him, and that's
I tell everybody all the time when you know you can own a firearm in different states, but you have to know the laws, right? So in some states there is no retreat law, meaning if you got away from being in trouble or being that your life was, that you thought your life was maybe you were going to lose your life, then you could then you could fire back. But if you are unsafe or you're fleeing, you can't use that firearm.
I thought Florida was staying your ground. I thought you could shoot somebody if they sneeze on you in Florida.
But I think he ran away from the guy to go get the gun. That's what the footage shows. And if that's the case, maybe
Did they run after him?
I don't think so.
There was a lot of running, a lot of shuffling, and a lot of things happening in that video. But according to reports from the Washington Post and from another reporter, there is an unnamed victim who allegedly met with law enforcement and claimed that AB opened fire at him following that physical altercation, which prompted the warrant for his arrest. And reports also state that the warrant will require a $10,000 bond and require Antonio Brown to remain under house arrest pending trial.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's horrible.
It is.
All right.
You do not want your name next to no attempted murder.
Not at all.
At all. Or warrant.
It's going to cost a lot of money.
You're not going to court today? You going to court today?
Yeah, I will be headed to court today. We were there this week.
A breakdown what happened in court. It was a lot yesterday.
Well, we ain't got a lot of time, but I will say.
We got a second.
Yesterday on the stand, Jane Doe, they finished her cross-examination and re-cross-examination. And I know that she's speaking to certain charges like the trafficking and the coercion and the force and those things, but I really don't understand why she's on the stand. Like a lot of her testimony is just so flip-floppy. Yesterday on the stand, she actually admitted to being okay with the freak offs as long as she was getting what she wanted from Diddy, which was time, attention, be treated like a girlfriend.
Money.
Yeah, money. So all the things that they're trying to prove with like, okay, you got to be paid. You got to be saying that you're going to be exploited for certain things because you're doing certain things. She's like, well, I was okay with that as long as I was getting what I wanted. So doesn't that look really vengeful on her to the jury?
And then she also say, right, following the Cassie assault video, that I never seen him act. He never act like that to me. I never seen him act like that at all.
So she did say that, but then they actually did get into a physical altercation after all the Cassie stuff. But it happened one time, and it was, I don't want to say it was mutual combat because, they'll argue that a man's strength is stronger than a woman, but she did, she slammed his head into a counter, and then the back and forth happened physically.
Yeah, she slammed his head into a counter.
Yes.
Yeah, this don't seem like a good week for the prosecution. It's just like they just put a bunch of scorned whores on the stand.
Yeah.
Now.
That's what it feels like.
Now. Jane Doe also said something that she was in Vegas one time and she ran into another huge celebrity, and the huge celebrity allowed some escorts to have sex with his wife, and everybody watched and she watched. What was that about? Tell me.
She didn't just land in Vegas. She flew on that big rapper's jet with the big rapper and his wife and her girlfriend because her homegirl was friends with them. And then when she got there, they did a bunch of things, but one of the things that stood out was they ended up in a hotel room with a former escort that her and Diddy had done their thing with. And there was a freak off going down allegedly, and she was there. They asked her, did she
freak off without Diddy?
A freak off without Diddy.
They flew into the freak off.
They flew in to go to a play and things, and then it ended in a freak off for this other rapper and his wife.
Wasn't there.
And wrapping up, but they did make the point that Diddy was not there, and also they asked her, did she engage? Did she have sex with the rapper? Because she mentioned the rapper allegedly wanted to have sex with her, and she said no. But then they brought up the fact that she flashed her nipples to the room, or flashed her boobs to the room, and she said that. So
who's the rapper?
I don't know who the rapper is.
Man,
They're calling him the rapper.
Everything y'all just said pales in comparison to what I heard on Hollywood Unlocked when they said that Diddy was calling one of the girls his crack pipe.
We got that?
His
crack pipe?
Yeah, that was his nickname for her.
Dang.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. All pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
I wish a nigga would call me his
that mean
crack
you
wife.
addicted.
But he was just saying he's addicted to her. That's what his.
You would be addicted to the crack, not the pipe.
Oh.
I don't want to be the drug paraphernalia. I want to be the actual dope.
Well, you don't know what he likes to put his mouth on.
Exactly. Crack pipe just mean you like the fixation of having that long glass in your mouth. That's what that is. Diddy ain't never beaten the allegations.
And look at this Ciroc boy all grossed out. You've seen worse.
All right.
If he do look like a Ciroc boy today.
I do not look like a Ciroc boy. I am not a Ciroc boy.
How you give a girl a nickname and tell her you my glass D?
Damn.
You my crack pipe.
We gotta wrap up.
Jesus.
Nobody else was offended the way that Charlamagne held his two hands up.
And what if she used to call him
Gawk 3000, whatever you call it?
What if she used to call him Pookie?
Damn.
P. Diddy and the P stand for Pookie.
All right.
Pookie, Diddy, and my little crack
She ain't
pipe.
gonna be using that now. You my glass D.
Sean Pookie Combs.
No, she called him Michael Jordan because she was,
Go to commercial.
All right.
All right. When we come back, we got Donkey today. Charlamagne opens up the
It's
phone
the
line
people's donkey.
and let you do it. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up in the morning. The Breakfast Club.